we think that there are enough doctors in our country, but actually there aren't.
Okay.
The doctors are all concentrated in the city.
Oh, okay.
So
rural
areas, there are very few doctors around. But the problem is, the moment you Google, from headache, it will go to see straight, brain cancer.
Yes.
So
Yes, exactly.
then they get so scared. Then they come to us, and see, because you don't know what to filter. All pathies have got a role to play. Whether I take allopathy, when it is a modern medicine, and when we say traditional medicine, I would say Ayurveda. Okay, that is the typical traditional medicine which we say. So they can complement each other very well. There are people who come and ask me, abhi here ho gaya to, if I have this, do I have to take medicines lifelong? I said, no, you don't have to take medicines lifelong. You will end up with a disease, no problem. But yes, if you are able to manage your lifestyles really well, we can take you off medicines. Of course we can.
What's one medical myth you would like to debunk?
That everything can be managed with medicines. For everything, I've got a cough, I go to a respiratory medicine.
Yes.
I have a pain in the abdomen, I go to a gastroenterologist. I have a small pain, pain in my bone, I land up with an orthopedic. But you really don't need to go to specialist always.
Yes.
A general medicine person can address your small issues very nicely. And the doctor saw his X-ray. Those days it was mainly an X-ray, and there was something on the X-ray. And the doctor just said that, Mr. Sen, you're just going to die anytime.
Okay.
That's the kind of statement which he gave to the patient.
Okay.
And he came and called me, and when I wished him for his birthday, and he said that, on my birthday, my doctor has told me about my death, that, it's how you talk to a patient makes a huge amount of difference. And fortunately, I have not yet lost a patient. In our country, we don't have this confidentiality of medical what I say is, we don't believe so much in confidentiality of medical, what is my problem.
Okay.
In the sense if in abroad countries, if I have a problem, my doctor can't discuss my problems with anybody, not even my family members, unless I agree to it. Whereas in our country, nobody really bothers about the confidentiality. It impacts in a good way because it helps in diagnosis.
Oh, it's very good.
It helps in diagnosis because, finally, as a person, for me, I may have a lot of experience.
Yes.
But what happens is, I may not always remember everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we have certain symptoms or certain issues, then once we put it in the AI, then it comes out with a lot more differential diagnosis. It is so difficult for me to tell a 25-year-old person that, hello, you have got diabetes. It breaks my heart, absolutely. So they were developing a telemedicine box which was for rural health. Okay. See, in our country, O Sajna Barkha Bahar Aayi, I would definitely like to hear her sing that.
O Sajna Barkha Bahar Aayi, ras ke fuhar laayi, आँखियों में प्यार लाई, ओ सजना.
What's your hidden talent?
Hidden?
Other than art, other than being a doctor, other than counseling?
अभी ना जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं.
Hello everyone, good day to you all. Today I had an amazing conversation with Dr. Sagorika Mullick. She is not only a medical doctor, but she is a trained family counselor. She is a lifestyle coach. She is a menopause guide, and she is an artist. I had a great conversation with her. She shared with me her 30 years of experience is just 1 hour. Would you like to hear us? Enjoy Dr. Sagorika Mullick on Mystic Talks with Mystic Chords with me, Mamata, from Mystic Chords Studios. Wait. There are surprises, okay? So watch the episode till the end.
Dr. Sagorika, originally from Kolkata and now serving in Bangalore, is a seasoned general medicine specialist and family health counselor with over 30 years of experience. She honed her skills and deepened her passion for medicine at Mumbai. Her story is one of resilience and passion. After the recent personal loss of her husband, Dr. Sagorika rekindled her love for music, a dream she shared with her late husband. Beyond her medical career, she has embraced art and recently ventured into social media to educate women about health and wellness. In this brand new episode of Mystic Talks with Mystic Chords, you will hear about Dr. Sagorika's medical journey, the challenges she faced, and the wisdom she has gained along the way. Her insights into the health, wellness, and life balance are sure to resonate with everybody. Join us as we deep dive into the world of medicine with Dr. Sagorika and get ready to be inspired by her remarkable journey. Watch till the end for an unforgettable experience where Mamata hosting Dr. Sagorika only on Mystic Talks with Mystic Chords.
You are from general, your specialization is in general medicine. And nowadays, there are so many advances. What are the challenges which a general medicine faces? And how do you think that medical field should address it?
I don't think general medicine people face, or doctors face a lot of challenge.
Okay.
But I feel people face a lot of challenge because for every small little thing they land up with a specialist and they don't know actually who will address all their issues together. The general medicine is more like a family doctor, which is a very, you don't get those kind of people nowadays. So for everything, like, I've got a cough, I go to a respiratory medicine.
Yes,
I
yes.
have a pain in the abdomen, I go to a gastroenterologist. I have a small pain, pain in my bone, I land up with an orthopedic. But you really don't need to go to
The
specialist always.
Always, yes.
A general medicine person can address your small issues very nicely.
Until unless you confirm and you...
until you really need a specialist treatment, you really don't need to land up with them. But the problem is we don't have good general medicine people nowadays. We don't have the family medicine breed nowadays. Okay. So somehow I feel that, that's a very important branch to have for people so that they come with all their issues. And, finally we have to understand one thing is that we are not treating a hand or a leg or a head or a
specific,
abdomen.
yes, okay.
We are treating a patient.
Yeah, completely.
A complete patient. So, the pain may be in the abdomen, but the reason could be somewhere else.
Exactly.
So that is how a general medicine doctor addresses the issue in a much more holistic way. And that is why I feel... But that also, again, as as a doctor, I would say that, the kind of pressure we feel is that, that maybe we don't know enough of that particular branch, so they expect...
yes,
the patients sometimes expect a lot more
yes, exactly.
from us.
So then later, they go to...
Then we have to decide, what level we can handle it and which level we have to refer to a specialist.
Yes. You have been working as family counselor as well.
Yes, I'm a trained family counselor. Actually, I've taken training in counseling.
Okay, so apart from MBBS...
Apart from MBBS.
Okay, this don't come under the MBBS
We see, as an MBBS doctor or as an MD doctor, we do have... we are taught how to counsel patients. That is true. But sometimes, certain added more techniques are told to us when we go through a proper counseling course.
Okay.
So I wanted to do that because, see, basically I love talking to people. I love talking to my patients. Yeah. And that's the reason patients come back to me.
I'm getting the vibe, doctor.
Yes, I do. So, and, I love answering their questions. So, most of the times patients have come and told me that, doctor, nobody has answered this question to me earlier.
yes.
So I like educating people because I've also been an academician myself.
Oh, is it?
Yes, I have been into academics and I like teaching. I have been an HOD also. I mean, head of the department in 2-3 medical colleges.
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, so
wonderful.
that's why. So I like educating people. See, and it's not only for the patient; it's also for the doctor.
Doctors, yes.
See, understand one thing. Like, if I tell you something that do this, you may not like it.
Yes.
But if I explain to you why am I expecting you to do this, and you understand the benefit of it, then you will do it. If you do it, you get the benefit of it.
Exactly. Yes.
And if you get the benefit of it, I get the benefit of it.
Emotional or mental benefit.
Yeah, and then the doctor is good.
Yes,
The
exactly.
doctor is good.
Yes.
So it is for my own personal reason also I would like to explain to you. So it is a win-win situation for both the patient as well as the doctor.
It's still, doctors are considered as the second god. Yes, exactly.
So why not explain to them?
Yes.
And you can. Many people say that an uneducated person cannot understand. But people can if you explain, if you go down to their level and explain.
Okay.
They will
Yes.
understand.
Can I just share with me some experience, like being a family counselor? Like as you said, the patients may not understand first, but when you start explaining all those things, the patients will come to your this. So can you just give me a?
See, let's take a very simple thing. Like nowadays, the very common thing is we are getting a lot of. This is a season for dengues. We are getting a lot of dengue cases.
Yes.
And what happens is normally they will come with a fever, a chill. And the concept is like, if I have a fever, I have to take an antibiotic. But in dengue, which is a viral disease, antibiotics don't help.
Oh, okay.
They don't help at all. On the contrary, it may it will reduce your body's immunity to fight the disease.
Yes.
So what happens is many times the people come to me and say, okay, doctor, I've already taken this, because see, everybody is nowadays a Google doctor. So they'll just go to the Google, they'll say, okay, if I've got this fever, I need to take these medicines. So what happens is they come to me with certain things. When I start explaining to them, like, why you shouldn't take an antibiotic, or why you should take fluid, or what is the problem, what happens with a particular disease, then they suddenly wake up and say that, oh, really, is that the reason? And this is what we are supposed to do. And when they do it, they get well soon much faster. Yes. So then, it's good for them.
Yeah. And as you said, the use like Google. Yes, nowadays people are actually
Absolutely.
doing, like if you get a headache, the most, if you see in almost all the memes or anything, the most used or the most searched term is headache. So it's a kind of thing. So yeah, even I do Google.
But the problem is the moment you Google, from headache, it will go to see straight, brain cancer.
Yes.
So
yes, exactly.
Then they get so scared. Then they come to us and see, because you don't know what to filter. See, when we have given 15 years of our life in studying medicine,
exactly.
We know what to filter.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Which a person will not know.
Yeah, so, as a layman, as a common man, I all do
natural,
that.
Which is natural. See, there's nothing wrong in Googling. Absolutely. I have nothing against Googling. There are many times I tell my patients myself that, see, this is the information I have given. And if you want anything more about it, then please Google.
Yes, Google.
So that you understand. And I tell them what to Google and how to Google, so that they understand it properly. But, that also they need a little bit of guidance. Because as I said, you don't know what to filter.
Yes.
So, I have absolutely no problems with technology. Technology is great and it really helps us also. Yes. It helps us in many ways. But, you should know how much information is needed.
Yeah.
There's too much of information overload.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I do agree with that.
Yes.
That you start with a podcast, Health and Talk, and you would like to talk about women and their problems kind of thing. So would you give an insight on that?
Yeah. I did start my podcast on women's health. This is about 3 years back. And yes, why women's health? See, first of all, I am a woman myself. And being a woman, I have understood the challenges a woman faces. Okay, be it her physical health, be it her mental health, be it her emotional health. I have realized that women, they inherently tend to neglect themselves, because that is how they always give themselves a second priority. Like, it's always the family and the other people are at a higher level of priority for them. So she always tends to neglect herself. And because of that, what happens is when she lands up with a doctor, she's always in a much, complicated stage of the
Yes,
disease.
exactly.
So, and I believe in prevention. I really believe in prevention. So, if I have realized that, if I can educate the people, or if I can educate the women, not only the women, it's the family of the
Family,
women,
yes, exactly.
because that becomes very important. So then once we educate the family, then they understand the importance of coming to us early, or, trying to catch the symptoms early, so that we can prevent things going anything worse. So that is how I started on women's health. And yes, nowadays I also have started on menopausal health. Okay, that is like I am slowly trying myself to go into being a menopausal coach. Again, it is also, all these kind of ideas come to me from my patients.
Yes.
So they keep telling me so many things, or they have so many questions to ask me. And then they themselves told me, doctor, why don't you, start something where, so, many people can be told at the same time that, see, if you have a question, I know there are 10 other people who also have a question. Yes. So when they come to me, see, I can't individually talk to everybody always. So then I realized that, if I start a podcast, or if I start a health coach, or, if I give some information out on social media, again, as I said, nowadays, this technology is very good. See, if you use it properly, it is very good.
Yes,
it is very good.
True.
So I have tried to now, or rather I'm trying now to use this technology to give out the information about, how you can keep yourself well, how to keep yourself healthy, what are things which you can do, how our lifestyle problems, how you can handle them. So that is how that is how the whole thing concept came into being. So that's how I started.
Yeah. So you were talking about technologies. Nowadays, see, being an person from an IT field, we are more into AI, artificial
Absolutely.
intelligence. So how was that impacted with doctors? So what about you, your role as a doctor? So do you still, the aesthetic doctor will be there? Yes, there, or yes, I know I'm challenging the
Not at all.
Yes,
Not
yeah,
at all. I
so-
totally understand the
yeah,
concept.
so-
And yes, AI is a reality now.
Yes. How does it
And
impact? Does it
yes,
impact?
it is. It impacts. It impacts in a good way.
Okay, very
It
good.
impacts in a good way because it helps in diagnosis.
Oh, it's very good.
It
Yes.
helps in diagnosis because, see, as a person, for me, I may have a lot of experience.
Yes.
But what happens is, I may not always remember everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So when we have certain symptoms or certain issues, then once we put it in the AI, then it comes out with a lot more differential diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
So then, see, with my experience, I know that out of those 10 diagnoses, which are the 2 diagnoses fits rightly on this person.
Okay, so there the doctor's role comes in.
There the doctor's role comes. So that's what the experience will never go away. The experience will never go away, but it will aid our diagnosis.
Yes.
So AI has helped us in a good way.
Yes.
I am not going to say that at all. And see, as I said, remember, see, memory part.
Yes.
It will happily take over, and I'm quite happy for it to take it over.
Yes.
I have no problems. But again, as I said, that's why I said Google also is good, AI is good, all technology is good. It's how you use it.
Yes, exactly.
It is It is just how you use it.
Yeah. Nowadays we are seeing people, like children or the kids, being misusing the thing. So that is.
That's what I said. See,
whatever we have,
everything has a good use and a bad use.
If we eat more, it's a bad thing. Yes.
Everything has to be optimal.
Yes.
Optimal. Food is necessary.
Yes. But not overeating.
Not overeating.
Technologies, healthcare technologies like telemedicine and digital health records. So, what is the ethical or the practical consideration which you think we have to take? We have to think about. What is your thought upon that?
See, when we talk about technology and records, when you said about digital health records, and I'll come to telemedicine a little later. But these kind of things, ethically, it becomes very important because when you have certain records, what happens, it gives us a evidence-based medicine.
Okay.
evidence-based treatment.
Okay, can you
So
could you just
so it is like, nowadays it is a very important thing, like, evidence-based. See, it is not just I feel like doing this.
Okay.
Okay, there is a certain amount of data, medical data, which is available, and which will tell me that, okay, if these are the problems, this is the way to handle it.
Okay.
Like, so, and every time when a patient is taken care of and all the details are entered into digital health, then what happens is it gives me a confirmation again and again that what I am doing is right for the patient.
Okay. Doctor, what about the ethical concept?
That is what. When I say ethical means whether I'm doing right for the patient. That is the most important thing.
Yes.
That, whether I'm giving the person the right treatment.
Yes. Yeah.
At the right level.
Okay.
Like, see, I must not over-treat. I must not under-treat. So what is the level at which the patient has come to me? What are the kind of signs and symptoms I am seeing? What are the kinds of medical advances which are available to me? See, if just because I have a test available to me, should I do that test?
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
That is the question. Just because a medicine is available to me, should I tell the patient about that medicine or not? See, it is not, because in India especially, it becomes very important, because there are certain things which, even without doing the test, maybe I would do the same treatment. So then why would I advise for the test?
Yes.
See, in India, especially, again, as I said, when I talk about ethical issues, we have to take care about our social milieu and our financial milieu. So in India, especially, as I see, there are patients who are not able to afford so many forms of treatment.
Okay.
So what I'm trying is, if I'm telling a patient that, this is available and you are not doing it, I'm putting the patient into a dilemma. That, I'm not able to afford, and that is the reason I'm not. But if without that, putting the patient in that dilemma, if I'm able to give the benefit to the patient,
yes, exactly.
then that becomes an ethical treatment for the patient.
Yes. Then
so that is what my belief is.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to do that.
I have to see. As I said, I believe in holistic treatment. So I have to take care of the person's physical, mental, social, emotional, financial, everything into account.
Yes.
Everything into account. Yeah. What I can tell a patient A need not be that what I tell patient B.
Yes, exactly.
So, that is the ethical dilemma which we doctors face. And that's where the, digital health records or the, these kind of things, they give us a support, okay, fine. Even you do this much, this is good enough for the patient. So that is how we do come across a lot of ethical decisions whenever we are treating a patient. But as I said, everything has to be decided holistically.
Holistically, yes. Yeah. So you want to talk about telemedicine?
Yeah, telemedicine, I am very much interested because I've worked on telemedicine some time back again. I was working with Honeywell, actually.
Okay.
They were a technology company.
Yes,
technology company. Yeah. So they were developing a telemedicine box which was for rural health.
Okay.
See, in our country, again, we are saying that with the doctors, we think that, there are enough doctors in our country. But actually there aren't.
Okay.
The doctors are all concentrated in the city.
Oh, okay.
So
rural
areas, there are very few doctors around. So what we are trying to say is, if we train certain health workers who are able to do certain, investigations, or certain, like, checking a blood pressure or taking an ECG, and these kind of things can be very easily transmitted to the doctor who's sitting in the city.
Yes. Okay.
But with those kind of information, the doctor can actually give a diagnosis and a treatment to the patient, which the health worker can help go and treat the patient.
Yes.
So if the person is properly trained. So that is how telemedicine works wonders, actually. So, as I keep telling you just have to use technology in the right way. In the right way. Then you can help a lot more people.
Thank you. It was good insight of that, because I just read telemedicine, so I just know as a definition.
Yeah.
Yes, but
telemedicine. See, like now, this is one side of telemedicine. There's another side of telemedicine where people from abroad are downloading x-rays or whatever notes the doctors
yes,
are telling there, and we are just transcripting those notes.
Medical transcription.
Medical transcription is happening and all. So that's a different form of telemedicine.
Yes.
And this is a different, so that's why I said, there are different forms of telemedicine. You can use it for the benefit of a patient, or you can use it for whatever reason. I mean, whatever the hospitals are comfortable with.
Okay, so nowadays in India, whether they are promoting this telemedicine or
thanks to COVID, I think the telemedicine has come up quite a lot. And I myself during COVID period have been treating patients all over India over the phone, over video calls, because doctors were not available at that point in time. And
Doctor, how do you, through phone, how can I actually see normal COVID normal symptoms was cold, cough, on the chest infection kind of things?
You don't. That is where the problem comes in, See, but when it is not just over the phone, it's a video call.
Yes.
So when you see the patient, again, as I said, certain experiences will tell you that when you see the patient, you get to know whether the patient is really sick or the patient can be managed at home.
Okay.
So that itself, see, initial phase of COVID, none of us knew. We doctors also didn't know what is happening,
yes.
And then slowly we learned very fast how to manage it. So, but that's why I said, at least on the phone, I could tell them that whether you need to rush to the hospital immediately or not.
Yes.
Because, I could see how the patient, while talking to the patient, if the patient is already getting breathless, I don't even need to see
you can diagnose from the symptoms what the issue is.
I don't even need to see what the oxygen levels are.
Yes.
So, exactly. That look itself, one question, one talk, the way the person is responding, it very easily I can tell that, okay, you need to rush to a hospital.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So that's how.
Yeah.
So that's how you triage the patients.
Kind of traditional medicine versus the modern medicine. Is there alternative medicine is required in the medical field? What do you think about it? You think about it?
Oh, I think both traditional medicine and modern medicine go very well in hand.
Okay.
Absolutely. So see, all pathies have got a role to play. Whether I take allopathy when it is a modern medicine, and when we say traditional medicine, I would say Ayurveda. Okay, that is the typical traditional medicine which we say. So they can complement each other very well. I totally believe in it. See, there are many. Sometimes we do face that there are limitations in allopathy. There are certain limitations in allopathy. See, if I have a problem with let's take a simple thing like allergies. Okay. Now, if it's an allergy, I know that, I have to give an anti-allergic. Okay. If it goes beyond a certain level, then we'll end up giving steroids, which are not a very advisable thing, unless it is absolutely, it's a life-threatening, it's a life-supporting drug and it can save lives. Okay. But then again, unless it is necessary, we don't give it.
Yes.
But these allergies, that is the only option we have with us in allopathy. But, I have seen homeopathy works wonders.
Yes.
I have seen that. I have seen Ayurveda works wonders with aches and pains.
Yes.
Somebody is having a severe ache and pain. And unless there is a specific neurological problem, I myself advise my patients to go towards different pathis. I have absolutely no problems, because they always somehow they tend to help each other out, I mean, they work holistically quite well together. I have absolutely no problems.
Yeah, I also had an experience when few months back, due to my work culture and all, I had back posture issue kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So initially I went to allopathy only, physiotherapist. They suggested, I don't have any issues with my disc kind of thing. See, first we are scared of that, right? So then they suggested physiotherapy. But after that also, yes, it was, initially it was, but later it again started aggravating. Then I went to actually for Ayurvedic, that we'll say, in Malayalam we'll say Urichil, so massaging, yes. So
that's exactly what I was trying to tell you. See, first we rule out any specific problem which needs a medical treatment.
Yes.
Okay, if you have a disc prolapse, or if you have a spine related problem or something, then of course that needs to be taken care of first. But otherwise, if there is nothing specifically problem, then for your muscular pains or for your thing, Ayurveda works
Very well. Yes, it
fantastically.
worked for me
But
very
the
well.
problem is, what happens is, I have a very, I'm very scared of telling this because, nowadays, especially in social media, I'm so sad to say so that, people are telling, see, problems like blood pressure, diabetes, heart diseases,
The common diseases.
yes,
Yeah.
those are life-threatening diseases.
Okay. Yeah.
So please don't play with those diseases. They need allopathic treatment because there are many times patients have come to me. I have started them on medications for diabetes. And then they go back and then said, no, my Ayurvedic doctor said you don't need to take medicines and I will give you, I don't know, whatever, some Ayurvedic medicines were given to them. And they come to us with, 500 sugars later. And they
Okay.
come with, damaged kidneys or some
Yeah,
eye
yes,
problems
yes.
or heart problems. So that's why I said, if there is a problem in an aches and pains, or if you have a, allergic kind of an issue, you're sneezing away or some skin rash, see, something which is not life threatening,
Exactly.
you can try all pathis. I have absolutely no problem. But these are things like, see, if you have a heart attack, will you try a allopathy? Will you try an Ayurveda?
No,
You
yeah,
wouldn't.
yes,
So
yes.
that's what I said. Everything has its own role,
It's a role to play.
Own role to play. You should know where to use which. That's all.
Yes.
So and for that, a medical opinion is important.
Yeah. Ethical dilemma in the medical. Do you have you faced anything, or what is your perspective on that?
See, ethical dilemmas, as I said, yes, doctors do face many a times. Mainly it's related to one thing is, in our country, we don't have this confidentiality of medical, what I say is, we don't believe so much in confidentiality of medical, what is my problem.
Okay.
In the sense like, if like, in abroad countries, if I have a problem, my doctor can't discuss my problems with anybody,
yes.
not even my family
Yes,
members,
yeah.
unless I say,
agree.
I give agree to it. Whereas in our country, nobody really bothers about it, about the confidentiality part. But sometimes what happens is like, see, like, so I take a specific cause, like a specific issue, is like, earlier days, now at least I don't face that so much, is initially when there were STDs problem, the HIV,
yes,
which
yes,
came
yes,
into,
yes.
came into, it became a little more common problem. So what happens is, you diagnose a patient. Now it is a sexually transmitted disease.
Yes.
So it is it is, I need to tell the partner.
Yes,
I
exactly.
need to tell the partner.
Yeah.
But the problem is that, I cannot, unless the person who's having the problem approves.
Yes.
So then I have to counsel the patient that, see, I need to tell, because otherwise you can transfer it to the other person. So those kind of ethical dilemmas, of course, we face as doctors, that, how much information to give to whom. Or sometimes it happens that, the family members, like, if I talk about cancers, I know the person is suffering with a cancer, but the family member will tell me, don't tell the patient. The patient is very scared, or the patient will have this problem, emotional problem, a psychological problem. But unless I tell the patient, I will not be able to explain what he's supposed to do.
Yes.
How is he supposed to take care of himself? So, those kind of, so it is not always don't say, it is how you say it.
Yes, okay. Understood.
Now, in this case, why I emphasize so much on this, how to say it, is because I'll tell you a small story. That time I was studying my medicine. I was in my final year of medicine. And this is related to my father.
Okay.
I lost my father in final year of medicine. In March of that year, that was his birthday, that March. And he was supposed to travel abroad somewhere. He had to go for a medical evaluation before that.
Okay.
And the doctor saw his X-ray. Those days it was mainly an X-ray, and there was something on the X-ray. And the doctor just said that, Mr. Sen, you're just going to die anytime.
Okay.
That's the kind of statement which he gave to the patient.
Okay.
And he came and called me, and when I wished him for his birthday, and he said that, on my birthday, my doctor has told me about my death day.
Oof.
And he just didn't survive 3 months or 4 months after that. He refused to accept that, no, everything is okay. We'll take care of your health. that just went into his head that, I'll not live.
Yeah.
And he did not. He did not. So that put so much on my mind that, it's how you talk to a patient makes a huge amount of difference.
Yes.
The same thing you can tell a patient, and you have to understand the patient's psyche. If I see already that you're scared, then I have to handhold you.
Yes.
I have to handhold you. But if I see that you're overconfident, I have to put a little bit of fear in you.
Yes, exactly.
So I have to understand and gauge the patient first.
Yes.
Then how to talk to the patient.
Yes, yeah. That is how the counseling role comes in.
That's how counseling has helped me.
Yes, yeah. That's where the counseling.
Learning
so
counseling.
It's all a circle, actually.
It's all a circle. It's all a circle.
Okay, as a family health counselor, you have worked with different families. So, can you share with some instances where your interventions have made them cope up with the health crisis or the issues they have faced?
Yeah, actually.
Any story to tell on the?
Let me think about it. There are quite a few instances where families have come back to me. When one of the patient is the one person is my patient, and after I treat the person, it's there was one person who was going through Parkinsonism. So so it was a prolonged case, prolonged disease, and then this man who was going through Parkinsonism, and I was treating him for 3 or 4 years. He had constantly been with me.
Okay.
So he would come for not for his Parkinsonism. For that he would go to his neurologist, but other issues he would always come to me and get admitted under me for other general health issues. And his wife used to obviously keep supporting him and she was the caregiver. So she herself also had a lot of issues. So she would also come, and I would actually try to support her more, because she was the caregiver and she needed more support, because family was supporting the person who was going through the crisis. So slowly, after 3-4 years, unfortunately we lost him after some time, of course. And then this lady, she would come to me and open up and, talk to her about her grief or her problems or her, issues, psychological issues about, what happens in the family and how she's coping with it. And then slowly as to sit and talk with her and, discuss with her about, how she could take. She herself is a diabetic and now she's my patient. So she comes to me. And so many times now she's actually shifted her place to a little away, now she used to stay very near to where I work, but now she has shifted. So now we are also doing telemedicine with her. Yeah, but then she sticks with me because, as I said, it is more of, now she is she wants to talk to me most of the time. Even if it's not a major problem, she still wants to talk to me. And that psychological support which I give her, I think that is helping her keep her sugars under control, and generally she's maintaining her health herself, which I feel nice when I see that.
So then, while we talk about this trauma or this kind of things, I just would like to put some talk about your husband as well. So you were a doctor and you were the caretaker for him.
Yes.
So being a doctor, as a layman or a common man, when doctor says that you are having so much thing, and they have to advise us, so you have to take care this way or kind of. So we'll have only that knowledge. Okay, but as a doctor, when it says you don't need an explanation of how it is, so how that while doing that, so you have overcome that, right? So how did that struggle of yours have helped you in giving the patient the care, or how did you manage that, and how that benefited you in your medical journey or the career?
You mean to say that how going through a crisis in my life has helped me become. See, I think it has helped me become more empathetic towards my patients.
Okay.
Definitely. It has definitely, because I have gone through the crisis myself. I have realized what a family goes through when they go through and see, as you said, I'm a doctor, so I could understand exactly what he is going through. Yes. Sometimes, as I said, having knowledge is a curse. So you know what to expect, what to what will happen, and you feel very helpless when you're not able to help that person out. So that takes a lot of toll on your own health, your own mental psyche. But at the same time, it also makes you a much better person, a much more empathetic person, and a much more stronger person when you go through that whole process.
True.
And I'm still coming out of it. I'm still not out of it yet, but yeah, I'm trying my best. So it helps me. And talking to my patients and being with them and understanding their sorrows and their problems actually helps me overcome my sorrows in a little better way.
And your son is in London, actually.
Yes. I have one son who's now in London.
He works as?
He works in Amazon. He's a technology. He's
a IT person.
Yeah, not exactly IT, but he's an engineer MBA.
Okay.
Yeah. So he and his wife is also the same. He's married.
You have talked about the mental pressure. Nowadays, we have been seeing even the doctors, when doctors are going through stress, what do you give to the young professionals, young doctors, young medical professionals, how to take care of their mental and emotional health, how to survive the pressure? So what is your advice to the youngsters, young doctors who are out there?
Yes, that's very important, because nowadays we do see, the problem is the expectations are too high. Okay, the expectations are too high. And I would definitely tell the young doctors or the competition is too high.
Yes, exactly.
Extremely high competition.
Every field we have.
Every field, the competitions have gone up tremendously. And therefore, the expectations are too high. And the expenses of going through a medical course is extremely high. Even from a government medical college also, the fees have gone up quite a lot. So what happens is, when a child goes into the medical profession, the course itself is, it's mind-boggling. You can't even understand the kind of course which a medical person has to go through. It's extremely mind-boggling. So that itself puts a lot of pressure on the person. And then you are expected to do hospital work. What happens is, your sleep, your food, everything goes for a toss. So that is what I think I would, tell the young people, is that, take care of your own health first. Take care of your own diet. Take care of your own sleep. Take care of your own exercises, your own lifestyle. And most importantly, develop a good, group of friends with whom you can share your sorrows, you can share your joys, you can share your emotional troubles. And that itself, helps you come out of it. Because, it's extremely sad to see or hear, when you see or hear that, a person who's doing higher studies, be it medical or be it any other field, a child going through psychological distress enough to try and commit suicide, which is very commonly we hear nowadays, which is extremely sad, So, a person who studied so much, so many years, parents have taken so much of effort, the child has taken so much of effort, and then giving up at some point in time, it is that one spur of a moment, if somebody is there to support you, somebody, I would also say, as senior people, we have the, duty towards them to help them out, to understand them. I would also tell the medical college professors and teachers, that way, that, be empathetic towards the student. Don't always say everybody cannot be, the best, or cannot be doing they are trying their best. Yes. Try to understand. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. Try to understand their limitations. Try to help them out that way. And, sometimes the problem, many a times which I have seen, the problem is, parents are sending the child to... You have to become a doctor.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
You have to become a doctor. Still you have to become an engineer. You have to become a lawyer.
Exactly.
India, that is like, unless you are a doctor, engineer, lawyer, you are not good enough.
Yeah, I am also in one of the person in that generation.
Which is extremely sad. Like, there are so many other things to do, and there are such much interesting things to do.
Yes, exactly.
So,
see, initially during your generation, my generation, and Neha's generations, now it is okay. Whoever is born after 2000, they have even parents also started thinking it's not only engineering and doctor is the thing. There are some other options as well. But till that, we were said that agar.
Oh, you have to do it.
Yes.
So the problem is, many times the child is not capable.
Exactly.
So if the child is not capable, the child is feeling completely down when you're seeing your peers doing well and you're not doing well. You feel completely low. It really hits your self-esteem and your self-respect. So that is where sometimes people, take those extreme steps, like, that I am not good enough.
Good enough, yes.
I am not good enough. And you're pointedly trying to tell that person that you're sending a person where the person will continuously feel that, I'm not good enough.
Yes.
So that should totally be, that is a totally wrong concept. So parents have to take care of that.
Yes, exactly. Parents, did you hear that? Please take care
parents,
of your
please
students.
take care of that. Don't force kids to do something.
It's not only engineering and medicine. We have some other courses as well. And nowadays in India, we have so much of that.
So many, absolutely.
So I as we when we started, I introduced you to my niece. When she came to me with nursing. She came to me with nursing. So we sat and why do you need? And she actually don't see, being from Kerala, nursing is, if you know in most of the countries, nurses are from Kerala.
Oh, they're excellent nurses. And they're excellent nurses. Absolutely.
Thank you. Being from Kerala.
Oh, absolutely. They're excellent.
When I sat with her, right, I was surprised. There's so much of medical. In the medical healthcare technologies, there are so much. Not only medicine, not MBBS or engineering. Yeah. So, doctor, when we had this conversation, any patient have come to you saying that any myth, any funny moment you have some other?
I see now, question is, I mainly nowadays deal with lifestyle issues. Okay. And diabetes is one of the most common thing which I am seeing in patients. Young patients, 25, 26-year-old. It is so difficult for me to tell a 25-year-old person that, hello, you have got diabetes. Like it breaks my heart, absolutely. Yeah. So, but then you have to, people say ki, "Arey, hamare zamane mein to my father got it at 50.
Yes.
I said, then I have to explain, hello, please understand, your father got it at 50 because his lifestyle changed at 40.
Yes.
When he was 35, 40, that is the time his lifestyle changed. He started working, or maybe, he became a little sedentary. You at 15, you become sedentary.
Yes, exactly.
Literally, arey, abhi to 10th dena hai. Kuch nahi karna. No games, no sports, nothing. Ghar pe baitho, padhai karo. That is what is the general parents do. Yes. So at a 14, 15-year-old child becomes sedentary. And after that, the person is only studying, taking stress, and nothing about physical activity.
Yes.
So, and then children have taken up habits like, smoking, alcohol.
Yes,
Teenagers are doing it. So what happens is, I said, see, finally you still have those 15 years of history.
Yeah.
You are getting the 15 years. You are getting it only after 15 years.
Yes.
But the problem is the 15 years has started much earlier.
Yes.
So that is where the problem comes up. So, but, there are people who come and ask me, abhi here ho gaya to, if I have this, do I have to take medicines lifelong? I said, no, you don't have to take medicines lifelong. You will end up with the disease, no problem. But yes, if you're able to manage your lifestyles really well, we can take you off medicines. Of course we can.
Oh, okay.
Of course we can.
No, there's a myth. Actually, I have a myth. Like when we start the medicines for BP and sugar, cholesterol, we have to till our...
that is exactly what I'm trying to tell. That people will come and say, doctor, please don't start me on medicine. Because if I start on medicine, then I'll have to take the medicine lifelong.
Yes.
But that is not truth.
Okay.
That's why I said, see, finally, all these lifestyle... why do we call them lifestyle disease at all? Because finally it is a lifestyle changes which has happened. Because of that you are getting the disease. So if you are able to convert it, see, if the patient comes to me and if I tell him that you lose 10 kgs of your weight and you will be off medicine, they are off medicine. Yes. So the question is, it's not so easy to do so. Or if I tell them that stop smoking or stop drinking completely. No, but doctor, I have to attend parties. I have to do this. I have to do that. This is my social setup. I said, see, if this is your lifestyle. Within that lifestyle, then you don't have an option.
I can relate when you say the lifestyle. Literally, I can relate myself here.
That's what I'm saying. So, see, all the diseases, they have medicine and lifestyle.
Yes. Yeah.
So, medicine is always the last resort. Always. Yes. Especially for a doctor, I would say for us, medicine, any good doctor, medicine is always the last resort. Yeah. Unless you are able to take care of your problems with lifestyle changes, only after that we will prescribe medicines.
Yeah.
So that is there. Then they will come and ask, ye kha sakta hu kya? Can I have this? Can I have that? Can I eat this fruit? Can I eat that fruit? Should I eat?
Let's sit after this.
Should I take wheat or should I take millets? So everything, it is, my only thing is,
change your lifestyle.
balanced.
Life, yes.
No, and the most
Make it
important,
balanced.
balanced.
Yes, make it balanced.
Life is a balanced thing, Nature asks for balance. You keep the balance, things will be fine. We lose the balance. The problem is we lose
the
it.
balance.
We
Exactly.
lose
Yes,
it.
yes. You said your son is an engineer. Why your son did not become doctor? And
That's a good question.
no, basically doctor's parent.
Yeah, that's a very common perception.
Yes,
like,
yes.
A doctor's child will become a doctor. That is true. But my son, basically, I realized that he was not very good at drawing.
Okay.
So, and he did not like biology much when he was in school.
Okay.
I mean, according to him, he didn't like the teacher, but then whatever the reason, sometimes kids can give very odd reasons.
Yes.
So, but he didn't like biology, and he was not good at drawing. That I know. So he told me, like, and he had seen my textbooks and he had seen me working. So he told me very clearly that I don't want to become a doctor at all in his 10th itself.
Yes.
So he said, I said, okay, fine, no problem. Then he said, you're okay with it? I said, yeah, I'm okay with it. And he left his biology after 10th. He didn't even continue with biology.
So he
didn't even have the option of, he didn't keep that option at all. No. So he took up electronics and he took, and then he said, no, I want to become an engineer. His father was an engineer, so he's following his father's footsteps.
And ma'am, one more thing, like you are from Bengal. Yes. How did you reach Bangalore? And now you're settled in Bangalore, right?
Yeah, I'm settled in Bangalore now. Well, I am from Bengal, but I have never lived in Bengal.
Oh.
I am brought up in Bombay.
Okay.
I've done my schooling, college, everything from Bombay. I'm from Grant Medical College, Bombay. And till my 35 years of age, I was in Bombay only. And after that, my husband actually took up an assignment in Bangalore.
Oh.
So as usual, with your husband, you shift to the new place. And initially, I did have a lot of issues getting a job here, but then that's also a very interesting actually episode there had happened. I was staying in Old Madras. Not Old Madras. So that time I was staying in Diamond District, which is on Airport Road, and which is like literally 5 minutes walk from Manipal Hospital. And I said, I just walked up one day to Manipal Hospital and I went and met the CEO, without any appointment. And I just went to his cabin and I asked him, that this is what I am, so and so person, and you need to give me a job. So then he asked me, who allowed me in your cabin? Yes. Who allowed you in my cabin?
Yes.
Yeah. So I said, I don't know. I just asked your secretary and I came. So then he started laughing. He said, okay, you apply to the hospital and we'll see. And then every 15 days, I would land up in his cabin. That continued for about 9 months. And then I know, as you say, a baby is born after 9 months. One fine day, he just called me and he said that, yes, we have an offer for you. And I've never seen a person with such kind of perseverance. Just because of your perseverance, I'm giving you the job. So that's how I started in Bangalore. And after that, I have done many other things. I have been an entrepreneur in health also. I had my own healthcare company with corporate healthcare. Okay. And as I said, I have been an academician. And then afterwards, now I'm doing my own clinical practice. So for the last 1999, I shifted. So it's about 23 years now that I'm here. And you're here. Doing well.
Your son is in London and he's an engineer there. He stays away from you and you are here alone. You are having only son, right? So how do you cope up that and how do you advise the parents also who have this kind of situation where you will be longing for him, right? So yeah,
of course.
Like there are other parents as well. So how do you cope up with that longing and how do you advise the parents?
Yeah. So I think that's the problem of most parents nowadays. Kids, for them, world is their universe. Yes. So they can go anywhere. So, and kids are doing well. They are getting good opportunities. They are traveling all over the world. You feel proud as a parent. But at the same time, you also feel a little lost when they're not there. The emptiness syndrome is there. As a parent, you suddenly feel like, no, nobody's around, who needs you. So it definitely, you feel a little lonely sometimes. but then again you have to, or rather as a person, I have thought over it, and this was something which I had thought long time back, like, that, I knew that my child would go away at some point in time, and I have to learn to live life alone.
Yes.
So if that is the case, then what do I like to do?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, based on this, so I had to develop those kind of, maybe, develop a good friend circle, develop a social circle, develop certain hobbies, or do some things which are more, which you feel more.
Yeah. And I know that you had a painter. The sarees you are wearing is being painted by you.
Yeah. The sari which I'm wearing is painted by me. Yeah, that is one of my. It's my passion, I would say. I love painting. I'm not a trained painter, but I love painting.
Yeah.
And
you have the studio.
I do reasonably well.
No, it looks pretty.
So yeah, no, I do it at home only. I don't have any studios. I just develop some concept in my head, and then I
how
trace.
Do you get that idea? Like how you paint, or you do it in sari, or do you do painting on paper?
I do both. I do both. I do fabric painting. I do watercolor painting. Yeah. I do normal sketches also.
Yes.
That also I do. So basically, I have this inclination towards drawing and painting.
Art.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right,
so while we speak about art, I heard you are a singer and you want to do, and that's how you met Neha, Mystic Chords director Neha Hatwar, and also how is that journey? Like, how did you end up with Neha?
Right. That's an interesting thing because. See, I have learned classical Hindustani music when I was a kid.
Okay.
So about 4 years of thing I have learned. But again, as I said, studies takes over. So everything else goes in the back burner. So that went, and then life happened. You finished your studies, married, everything. And now, after I lost my life partner, one of my closest friends, actually, she was the person who actually instigated it. Like, she kept telling me, like, Sagorika, you sing well. Why don't you get back to singing once again? So I said, okay, let me think about it. And I was, as usual, procrastinating about it. Today, not today, tomorrow. So then finally she gave me an ultimatum, like, you better go and do something about it. I said, okay. Then I was searching on the net, like, if I find something interesting. And then I saw about Mystic Chords. And fortunately, it happened to be literally next door to my hospital.
Oh,
yeah. So then I said, okay, let me give it a try.
Yes.
So then I went, and then I went there and I went to the classes, and the classes were closed. So I said, okay, fine, I have tried and I don't need to do anything about it. I can get back. I'll tell my friend that, I tried, but it didn't happen. So then I said, okay, then there was some phone number there. And I said, okay, let me call this number. Then I called, and then Neha picked up. Call. And she said, I said, what happened? No, why don't you come home? So I said, okay, now that she has told me, I have to. So I went to her home, and obviously she had a back problem, so she was not mobile that time. So then I went home, then I started talking to her, and somehow I feel mentally we gelled a lot. Emotionally we gelled a lot, more than the singing part. As a person, we gelled, both of us gelled a lot, thought processes gelled.
She gave much time to her students,
whoever
and
then, she tries to understand the person, give time, talk to the person. That is what I really liked about her. So then I thought, okay,
she's
fine.
a good motivation speaker, I am being motivated twice.
Yeah.
Now I'm in that motivation era.
So definitely she helped me a lot, and in that, she was quite motivating to me also. I mean, she tried telling me that's now you need to take care of your own life and own health and own, what are your likes and dislikes. You please think about yourself now. So then I said, then somehow while talking, then she said, why don't you sing a song for me? And then I sang a song for her. And then she said, great.
Then we wrap up, you have to sing a song.
So that's how I ended up with her. And then I thought, okay, it's good. I mean, I liked her though she's much younger.
Yes.
She's even younger than my son. So, but then I connected instantly. I connected with her. I said, okay, fine. I'll give it a try. And that's how I ended up in Mystic Chords.
So you met Neha. Any song request would you like to hear from her?
Sure, I have many songs which I would like to hear in her voice. But since this is a season of rains, why not the song O Sajna Barkha Bahar Aayi? I would definitely like to hear her sing.
ऐसे रिमझिमियों सजन प्यासे प्यासे मेरे नयन तेरे ही ख्वाब में खो गए ऐसे रिमझिमियों सजन प्यासे प्यासे मेरे नयन तेरे ही ख्वाब में खो गए सावली सलोनी घटा जब जब छाए सावली सलोनी घटा जब जब छाए निंदिया ना आए मोहे चैनवा ना आए ओ सजना बरखा बहार आई रस के फुहार लाई अखियों में प्यार लाई ओ सजना
You just want to record song as well, so invite me. I would like to be a listener for that.
Sure, sure. I know that's definitely, you feel I have this thing, that how do I sound when I,
Exactly, I do
when,
have the same thing.
no,
At least
just
you have that 4 year
feel like feeling, I just want to listen. How do I sound like, after recording?
Okay, so let's start our rapid fire.
Oh my God. Okay, fine.
What's your go-to comfort food after a long day at the hospital? Food, my favorite topic.
Oh God. Of course, I'm a Bengali, rice and fish.
Rice and
Any day.
what do you call for that?
Mache jhol.
Ha, mache chol. Yes,
jhol.
yes, yes,
Right.
yes,
Mache
yes.
jhol or one of my favorites is also eggs.
Yeah, my non-veg, if you consider, I'll give first the egg. Yeah, egg
That's
is-
a very typical bong dish, it's all boiled.
Okay, yes, sir.
Aludin sheddo we call it.
Oh, I love the word.
Yeah.
See, I cannot speak, but I have few Bengali friends.
It's just a boiled egg and potato.
Huh.
That's all.
Yeah.
But it's yummy.
Yummy. Oh, not watering. Okay, what is the most memorable case you have handled?
Memorable case. That's a very difficult question to answer because there are quite a few. So, I mean, any person who gets well after getting treated,
All are, yes.
they are, that's all I want to remember. And fortunately, I have not yet lost a patient.
Very good. Yeah, it's excellent. Okay, tea love or coffee?
Tea.
Okay, chai.
Chai.
Yeah. If you weren't a doctor, what would you be?
What would I be? Maybe an artist.
I was expecting that.
Maybe an
I thought
artist.
singer, but you generalized.
Maybe
it
an
as
artist.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
maybe singer or even
Yes. Artist.
I
yeah,
love
which
all,
includes
I love
all
these,
kind
all
of
kinds
artists.
of arts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, your favorite holiday destination?
A beach.
Oh, very good. I do now. Yes. What's one medical myth you would like to debunk?
That everything can be managed with medicines.
Okay. Morning person or you're a night owl?
Night owl.
Okay. Favorite medical drama on TV? There are so many nowadays.
Dr. House.
Okay. Okay. One piece of advice for aspiring doctors.
Be true to yourself.
Stethoscope or scalpel? Which do you prefer?
Stethoscope or
Scalpel.
scalpel. So, as a medical or a surgeon?
Yeah.
Oh, surgery is my passion, but I am a medical person now. But
So stethoscope.
Stethoscope.
Yeah. Okay. Dogs or cats? You are an animal lover? You love pets?
I like pets, but I don't keep pets.
Huh.
But yeah, from dog and cat, dog.
Okay.
My son has a dog and I love that dog.
Yes. Okay. If you would travel anywhere right now, where would you go right now?
Right now, anywhere which is open nature.
What's the most adventurous thing you have ever done?
Snorkeling.
Your favorite holiday destination? I think I asked that. Okay, so one word that describes you the best.
An honest person.
Okay, what's your hidden talent?
Hidden.
Other than art, other than being a doctor, other than
I cook
counseling? Okay. Okay. We can relate that as well. Food.
I cook well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If you could meet any historical figure, who would it be?
Indira Gandhi.
Your favorite childhood memory?
Playing around in open fields, like, with friends, without any care in the mind.
Okay. If you would swap lives with anyone for a day, who would it be?
I don't think I want to swap my life.
Yeah, good.
I don't think I want to swap my life at all with anybody. I'm quite fine.
As I request, let's
Okay.
any song which comes in your mind first.
दीवाना हुआ बादल या तो फिर कभी न जाओ छोड़कर. Which one would you like to hear?
Second one.
Second one? Okay. अभी न जाओ छोड़कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं. अभी ना जाओ छोड़कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं. अभी अभी तो आए हो. अभी अभी तो अभी अभी तो आए हो. बाहर बन के छाए हो. हवा जरा महक तो ले. ये दिल जरा बहक तो ले. ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा. ये शाम ढल तो ले जरा. ये दिल संभल तो ले जरा. मैं थोड़ी देर जी तो लूं. नशे के घूंट पी तो लूं. नशे के घूंट पी तो लूं. अभी तो कुछ कहा नहीं. अभी तो कुछ सुना नहीं. अभी ना जाओ छोड़कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं.
Wonderful. So sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
What an inspiration! Thank you so much for tuning in to this special episode of Mystic Talks with Mystic Chords. We hope you were as inspired as we were. If you want to stay updated on her journey, be sure to follow her on social media. Links are provided in the description. And remember, you can catch this episode and more on Spotify so that you can enjoy these incredible stories on the go. We are always on the lookout for unique and inspiring stories to share. If you or someone you know has a journey that the world needs to hear, reach out to us. You might just be our next guest. Until next time, stay inspired, stay connected, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode with everyone you know. See you in the next one.